What's going on, you guys? What's going on? What is going on, y'all? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 13, Episode 6. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys have had a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, and I intend on doing and have been doing the exact same thing, you guys. What is going on? Yes, we're here, and we got 31 people up in here already so far. If you're brand new to the platform, go ahead and subscribe to the platform. Go ahead and share the video. And just stick around because the Scotty Gang is a great gang of people to be around, and we have a great time over here. While I give you the real talk, I also keep it mad funny over here. So be sure to tune in every single day. I drop videos. I'm a very consistent content creator. I try to drop a video every single day of the week. I try to. Okay, I really do. I really try to be one of the most consistent people that are out there right now. So yeah, okay. So it's like 30 of y'all up in here. Ain't nobody saying that in the comments. So I'm gonna need for you guys to light it up just a little bit in the comments so I can know that y'all are here. All right. Now y'all know with every live that I do, the common goal is to hit 100 plus people with every live. And not to mention, I start the live off at the 5-minute mark every single time we go live, y'all. All right. So what more can I say right now? I'm actually pretty stoked to do this review today because I feel like we got some things to discuss because this episode tonight was really, really good. Love and hip hop is really getting its mojo back. And I be talking to my friends sometimes and I be like, y'all, I gotta review Love and Hip Hop. And they be like, you still watch this shit? You still watch that? Because a lot of them kind of tuned out during the pandemic. A lot of people tuned out during that point in time. And I can admit that it was a bit of a bore during that time. But, they got their little mojo back around season 11 when they moved to, MTV. And, they got a new production team because, Mona is no longer running the show. They have a new production company by the name of Antoinette Media that's running the show now. And the show has been good since season 11 came back. Since it came back for season 11. The only thing I don't like is the whole, 11B, well, 13A, 13B, or the fact that we ain't got no reunions no more. That's the only thing that I don't like because with the way these shows are going and as good as these episodes are getting, we need a reunion, okay? We need it. I promise y'all, we need it, okay? Speaking of reality shows, I already told y'all that I am actually on a web reality show that will be dropping in November. So be on the lookout for that. I got to get my confessional outfit, ready because, they looking for, for our confessionals. They're looking for us to be, dressed up and dolled up and stuff. And, I'm already looking for a little suit to put on and stuff like that. So I can look real good, real dapper for my confessional. Okay. So yes, honey, the show will be coming out in November. I cannot wait till we announce like the title of the show, when in November that it comes out, who's on the cast and stuff like that. Okay. I cannot wait because it's some people that some people you've seen me on my platform before, and stuff like that. There's some people that you probably don't know, but it's a pretty good show. And I must say that it's all about me. It's all about me. Gotta say that. And I'm gonna have first chair at the reunion. Okay, so pretty much. Question: will you still have the panel? Of course, I'm gonna still have the panel. Why not? Why wouldn't I have the panel? But however, when it comes down to the show that I'm going to be on, T and Josiah are hosting the panel for that show, just to let y'all know. It's going to be, I ain't going to tell y'all who else on there, but I know for a fact that T and Josiah will be hosting the panel on T or Josiah's channel every single week that the show comes out. So y'all will see the show and y'all will get a panel for that show. I'm not going to be on the panel, but T and Josiah will be hosting one. It's T and Josiah and it's two girls on there with them. So I can't wait for y'all to see that. Okay, so yes, tune in for the Scotty Show. Let me stop. But since I didn't ran my mouth so much, I'm gonna start it at the 6-minute mark. But yes, just be on the lookout for that because I'm really excited about it. We're still filming. We got like 4 more episodes to film, and then we'll be done. So we're on the second half of the season. We're on the second half of it. So yeah. just to let y'all know. But anyhow, I know y'all can't wait to see it. You know, I will be putting the first promo on this channel and all that other stuff, so y'all will be seeing it during my big reviews like Love and Marriage and, you know, shit like that. Y'all will be seeing it. All right. All right, so now we're at the 6-minute mark. We're a minute late, but we're going to go ahead and get this thing going, y'all. Okay, so first things first, we're going to get into it. Let me get my notes out real quick, because y'all know I keep my notes on my phone, okay? And these are my notes. So we open it up with young Jock and Kendra and I think his sister, and now we find out that Jock's brother got a bond, but the only thing about this bond is that it's $100,000 per child. And Jock was like, at the end of the day, I got a family. I got child support out the ass. I got kids. So I really ain't got no extra money to really give out like that to get you out of jail. But only thing I got to say is we going to make sure we make do with what we got so we can get you out of jail. I know that is a lot, because they said it's $100,000 a child. So that means that that's $300,000 for a bond so he can get out of jail and come home. That is how much the bond is. And they are aware that they know that he's probably going through a rough ass time right now by being in jail, by having a, you know, dealing with the mental gymnastics of being in jail and all of that other stuff. So I can only imagine what he's probably going through right now, because, you know, nobody wants to be in jail. Nobody wants to deal with that. So yeah, of course, it's probably a lot going on in his head right now, and I can only imagine that. But I'm just glad to see this family unit that Jock has and that Kendra has. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of stuff that's being said about this, but it's good to know that he does have a bond. But the fact is, they got to make sure they make way so they can get him out with this bond, if you feel what I'm saying. So shout outs to Jock and everybody that's around him for just trying to be there for him, basically. You know what I mean? Now, the next thing we know, we're now in Dallas. We're in Dallas at this point, and there's Erica Banks, Jessica White, Jasmine, and Erica Racine. Now, I don't know why the hell Erica Racine is even here. Okay, we only know her for trying to expose Yandy's husband. That's the only thing that we do know about her. So that's why she's here. But I don't know. But I guess that's why she's here. But I don't know why the fuck she's here, because she don't really do none of the substance of being on this show. She's just a part of the side bitch gang, to be quite honest. But she's here. But they're here to so Erica Racine, Jasmine, and Jessica White are here to support Erica Banks on her show that's in Dallas. Now, what we're seeing right now on Love and Hip Hop is that there's cliques within this cast. Okay, like we got Erica, Jessica White, Jasmine, and Erica Racine over here. Then we got Sierra, Bambi, Carly, and probably Jessica White. Like, it seems like Jessica White kind of gets in where she fits in with everybody, and I don't really see nothing wrong with that. But you know, Jessica White really ain't got no screws on the side of her head, and that is the reason why I be looking at her real weird, because she ain't got no screws on this side of her head, like part of her brain is loose. But you know, whatever. So but she's here, and that's all that matters, right? So Erica introduces the girls to Dro. Now, let me tell y'all something. Okay, now, I don't like, you know, I ain't got no sexual connection to no females, but when it come down to that Ty Young and this motherfucking Dro, baby, I was ready to just just lift my legs all the way up and let her peg me. I'm just being honest. Dro is fine as a motherfucker, and she carries herself just like a motherfucking nigga, okay? Ooh! Baby, I was just like, legs to the moon. Okay, legs to the moon. When I heard Dro open her mouth and speak, I felt like Rashida. I'm singing to his tune when he throw my legs and put them up to the moon. That's how I felt when I heard Dro speak her mind. I'm like, oh, yes, I understand why Erica Banks is really down with Dro. Because Dro could take my virginity any day of the week, if you ask me. Okay, but that's another story for another day. But they met while Erica was on tour or whatever. She lifted her legs to the moon, ate her cat, and now they're in love. So that's pretty much how she explain the way they got together. I mean, that ain't the way I explained it. I just put a little bit more humor on top of it. But that's basically what she said. She met on tour, she ate a coochie, and they fell in love. That's basically what happened. So then We find out that not only is Dro Erica's girlfriend, but she raps as well. So Dro is also a rapper. So I don't know about y'all, but that brings in a lot of questions. Erica Banks got somewhat of a name, right? So is Dro actually with Erica Banks just because she loves her and wants to be with her? Or is she with her because she's on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and she got somewhat of a rap career? I don't know, but I'm not the type of person that tends to think that people are being used for whatever connections that they have, because I was in that predicament where my significant other at the time was being accused of dating me for connects or for exposure. You know what I mean? So I didn't like that feeling. So I don't want to put that feeling on nobody else. But I'm only saying this because I already know that people are probably going to say that, because, you know, when you're in the public eye, you pretty much, you know, are always going to be questioned about your relationships, especially when you're dating somebody that's in the same realm as you, or somebody that is not as prominent as you are and you're dating them. So automatically people are going to say, oh, they using you, or they're only dating you for exposure, or they dating you because of this and that, not because they actually want to be with your ass or because they really love you, but that's the way that people make it out to be, if you understand me. Erica says that her family really didn't like the LGBT lifestyle, but they liked Dro. And they, you know, growing up, they never was really down with the whole gay shit. Like, they was never really down with it. They never really cared for the gay shit. You know what I mean? And so, you know, that's basically what Erica's saying. They wasn't down with that. But they like Dro, but they don't know, but she doesn't know how they would feel about Dro actually wanting to marry Erica. Now, here's my thing about it. How long have you been with Dro? Because you've been on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta since they came back for season 11. And you was out here frolicking around with Chaotic for a while. So how long have you been with Dro? And how long you been keeping her under wraps? Because you know, when you're on reality TV and you don't show every aspect of your life, because I never would have known that Erica was gay. Now, am I surprised that she's gay? No, but I just thought that she would be one of them type of girls that like to fuck girls on a drunken night and then go back home to their man. I mean, that's what I was thinking. But, you know, when all fails, do what you do. But I want to know how long she been with Dro for them to be talking about marriage and all that other shit. That's what I'm saying. That's what I need to figure out, and that's what I need to know. Because baby, you know, marriage is a serious thing now. Marriage really is a serious thing now. So you really need to know what you're doing and know what you're talking about. Know what you're talking about or whatever. So it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So where are we at now? What's the next part? So we get into Yandy and Mendeecees. Now, y'all know that I reported this and all that other good stuff. I reported all of that about, you know, Yandy and, you know, the best friend who exposed her and stuff like that, right? So they go to this restaurant and now they're addressing it. And Yandy is feeling some type of way. She says she's mortified, she's embarrassed, she's humiliated, she's very hurt that her best friend, who she looked at like a brother, put her on blast like that. And I got to tell y'all this, right? Everything that Yandy is doing right now is all looking like a whole dramatic series right now. Because one thing about it, and two things for certain, Yandy don't like to be put on blast about her real life. And looking at this scene, it just looked like, yeah, we finna do this scene. So, because we got to talk about it now. We can't lie no more. Let's get this scene done and over with. We're going to talk about this shit as much as we want to, but we really not going to talk about it all. And we're not going to be all the way transparent about this situation. So, it's just like, okay, so what exactly is going on here? You know, because Mendeecees already looking like he don't want to talk about it. Yandy looking like she don't want to talk about it. And it's all looking like we only talking about this because production is making us talk about it. And that is the only reason why we're sitting here talking about it. So we're going to force this conversation on camera, and that's that. Am I the only one who felt like this whole conversation was forced? And they only did that because production told them to. Not because they want to, but they did it because production told them to. You can always tell when production is telling you to do something, because it shows on screen that is what production is doing. Production is telling you to do it. So that's the only reason why you're doing it. Okay. But anyway, Mendeecees says that they've been doing this, they've been playing these high school games, doing this tit for tat type of thing, right? It's kind of like, you do something to me, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to do something to you 10 times worse. So I'm going to do the same thing you did to me so you could feel the hurt and the pain that I've been going through. So for me, it looks like Yandy and Mendeecees have been having issues for quite some time now. That's what it's looking like to me. It's looking like they've been having issues and they just really ain't been transparent or honest about these issues that they've been having. So when they get on camera, they want to pretend like they're this perfect couple and that they are happy with one another and that they are showing what life is like after lockup. And we're happy after lockup, regardless of what minor issues we may have. We don't have any infidelity issues. We don't have no emotional turmoil. So we're going to get in front of the camera and pretend like we're so perfect and we don't have nothing going on in our lives. That's exactly what they were doing. And everybody been talking about Yandy and Mendeecees' relationship for a while now, and I do feel like it is like a gang up on Yandy type of thing at this particular moment because everybody got something to say about what's going on with them. But I feel like it's the nature of a reality show when there's a lot going on and there's a lot being talked about. When it comes down to you, everybody on your cast is going to talk about you. Trust me. I know. So you're going to be the topic of discussion, and Yandy is not used to being in a hot seat because she's always been used to coasting on by. Because Mendeecees, for the most time that she's been on the show, Mendeecees was in jail. He came on the show with her on season 3. By the end of season 3, he was in prison. He came back for a short amount of time in season 5, and then season 6, 7, 8, 9, he was in jail. You know what I mean? And then he finally came out around the time they went to Atlanta. So she ain't been in a hot seat. And now that Mendeecees is really filming, and now they're in Atlanta and everybody know they tea, now it's all out there, and now Yandy can't handle it. So it is what it is. It just looked like y'all on an episode of Beyond the Gates, and y'all trying to sit up here and play games. That's how it's coming across to me. You feel what I'm saying? That's how it's coming across to me. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. I'm sorry. But because everybody trying to get in contact with me. Let me see. So then Yandy admitted that she had an emotional affair with another guy while being married to Mendeecees. She said it wasn't physical. She never slept with the guy, but it was an emotional affair that she was having on him. Mendeecees says that he considers an emotional affair cheating. He feels like emotional affairs are way worse than people sleeping with somebody else while they're married. It just depends on what you think, because I think that someone can get past someone fucking around on them, and then, we can get past that. It was just a fuck. Some people can get past that. But when it comes to an emotional affair where you're crying to this person, you're gaining strong fifis for this person, they're the one that you go to lean on when we're going through things, and that eventually would turn into a loving relationship. I think that is the reason why people may look at emotional cheating as worse than sexual cheating. But in my opinion, cheating is cheating, and they both are full of shit. Because if you fuck somebody on me, that's cheating. If you're having an emotional affair on somebody on me, that's cheating. So if you fucking behind my back, I'm going to be just as mad as your ass as I would be if you were just having an emotional affair. All that shit is bad. And there's neither side is worse than the other, okay, for me, because cheating is motherfucking cheating. If I ain't cheating on you, bitch, don't be cheating on me. If I ain't cheating on you, bitch, don't be fucking the next bitch that you see. Bitch, if I ain't cheating on you, don't be walking around talking to another nigga or whatever, okay? Now, have I done the emotional thing before? The nigga was cheating on me. I had me a nigga I went to dinner with, went to lunch with maybe once or twice. He had just gotten out of a relationship. I wasn't necessarily in a relationship yet. I was kind of getting into, we were getting into the relationship, but I was seeing that he was lying to me about shit. And so I had somebody that I could talk to about it. So I don't know if it was cheating because we wasn't officially dating yet, because once we got to be official, the guy went back to his boyfriend, his ex-boyfriend. So I don't really know if it was emotionally cheating or not, because I wasn't officially in a relationship, but the nigga was already lying already. So I don't know. But one could probably look at it that way. I was building an emotional connection with somebody as I was trying to get to know another, as I'm trying to get in a relationship with another man. So one could probably look at that as problematic. And it wasn't right, but and that's just the case. But at the end of the day, I just feel like it's all fucked up when you're married to somebody and you're fucking someone else. That's fucked up. When you're married or you're in a relationship and you're emotionally connected to somebody else, that's fucked up. So it's best that you don't do none of that shit involving yourself with me, because I will ride past your house and sit. I would kick down your doors and smack your bitch just to show you Scotty not having it. Okay, I would do that. I've done it. I've rolled past somebody's house and sat before. I did it. Okay. Don't play with me. Okay. Like, baby, why you doing me like I ain't worth ish? Okay. I done it before. I ain't saying that I do it at the age of 36, but I know I did it before. Mendeecees says that he values respect over love. Yandy doesn't like it when he says that, but that just goes to show you the type of nigga he is. He rather you respect him than love him. I think that love and respect should be on the same ticket. In my opinion, I think it should all be on the same ticket. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know. Love and respect should be on the same fucking ticket. It shouldn't even matter. But it just goes to show you how it goes. Okay. Where we at? Yandy says that all they've been doing is fighting to be together. They was fighting to be together when he was in jail. They was fighting to be together when they moved to Atlanta and she didn't want to. All they've been doing is fighting to stay together. That's all they've been doing, and she feels like everybody is waiting to attack them in their marriage. It might be. And Rashida, you just wait till I get to her part, because I got a lot to say about that damn bag lady looking motherfucker. I got so much to say about her right now after I gave her a pass earlier in my live. So we're gonna move on to Erica Banks, Jessica White, and Dro. They meet up with Erica's parents. Erica reveals that she got Dro's name tatted on her neck. Girl, I don't know why y'all be getting these niggas. Not niggas, I'm sorry. I don't know why y'all be getting y'all significant others' names tatted on you. I don't think I ever do that. I ain't got my own damn name tattooed on me. So I don't want your name tattooed on me. Cause you never know how this shit goes. Like, I got a homegirl who got her nigga name tattooed on her arm. And she had to be, she had broke up with this man and everything, and that tat was still on her arm. I don't even think she ever covered it. And I was just, every time I would be around her, I'd be looking at her and I'd be like, you ain't gonna cover that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna cover that up. But I don't judge people for doing that. But for me, I ain't putting your name on my body, because relationships are so temporary sometimes. Like, sometimes I get involved in relationships and be like, girl, yeah, we're gonna see how long this lasts. And if it don't last, I'll be on to the next one. Like, that's just how I look at a relationship these days. But that may not be the most correct thing to look at the correct way to look at relationships at all. You feel what I'm saying? But that's the way I be looking at it, because it's real crazy, in my opinion. You feel what I'm saying? So it was like, okay. So yeah. So where we at? So then but yeah, I just don't agree with the whole name tattooed or whatever. But anyway, moving on. So Jessica asked Erica's parents how they feel about Erica being gay. The dad said that he has learned to, whether he agrees with certain things or not, he has learned to meet his daughter where she is. Her mother said that she didn't always accept it, but she learned to love her for who she is. Sometimes parents eventually do come around when you come out the closet and when you say that you're gay. Sometimes parents never come out. Sometimes parents never really come around to that. I can say that I'm thankful for my mom, because she never really judged me for being gay. She had the worst response to me being gay. But however, the response was more so about her and not about me being gay, which is crazy. But I'll tell y'all my coming out story soon. But My mother never dogged me. She never disowned me. She never did any of that. And I can honestly say that I'm thankful for having parents that never disown me for being who I am. And that's the reason why I could really be myself loud and proud. Because I had a family that really, really did not care as long as I was happy. Jessica continued to be a damn blabbermouth. I feel like Jessica just did a stir the pot child. Because what other reason does she have to be there? Because she ain't talking about Nick Cannon no more. So what other reason is she there for? But moving on, Zane got a listening party. And he said that he was nervous about how many people was gonna be at the listening party, y'all. And you should be nervous because don't nobody want to hear that damn music you got. Whatever kind of music you got, don't nobody really want to hear that shit. Cause I ain't really cared about you since Hardball. And then you tried to come out 2 years after that with you did a song with Tank called Tonight I'm Yours, and it didn't go nowhere. You know, I like the song though, don't get me wrong, I really did, but you know, it ain't going nowhere. And you were still kind of fine in, but you ain't really fine no more. You know, you looking like a graham cracker these days in the face. So you ain't really that fine no more, but you was still fine back then. I don't know what the fuck happened to you, but you giving graham cracker by the skin right now. But yeah, um where we at? Ashley has a moment with Zane's mama. And, you know, Zane's mama was basically saying that she loves Ashley regardless of the things that they done gone through. She still loves Ashley regardless of whatever happened. Ashley then says that she feels like the mom is always on Team Michelle, which I would feel some type of way about it too. Because I'm your son's wife and you keep on going up for this bitch who's supposed to be the side bitch. You feel what I'm saying? But you going up for her. And so that is when Zane broke it off and said, we can talk about this at another time. This is about me and my music or whatever, right? So then Ashley went and got Botox. She didn't go and get her titties done, but she went and got Botox. Once again, Ashley, you don't need that shit. You fine as fuck. I told you if I was straight, you would have my kids and I pay all your bills. I would write that check paying all your bills. You wouldn't have to worry about shit. I would pay your bills. You will have my kids. My kids will be beautiful as fuck. Like you would be good. You don't need no damn Botox. I don't care what nobody say. Ashley is my girl crush. I'm gonna say it every time. And if that sounds creepy to you, then don't watch. But Ashley is definitely my girl crush. Like I'll probably go straight for Ashley if I ever had a chance. But she got Botox and I think Zell was saying how it still look natural, but he said don't get any more because don't look like Sierra and don't look like fucking Carly. I don't agree with Zell on a lot of shit, but I definitely agree with her on there. Please just leave it right there. Don't do no more shit because you're gonna look like a motherfucking fool like Sierra and like motherfucking Carly. Because Carly was beautiful at the beginning. Carly was beautiful. The only thing that she probably needed to fix was her damn teeth. But other than that, Carly was fucking beautiful at the beginning. You feel what I'm saying? Sierra, she was beautiful at the beginning when she first came on the show. And I could tell she probably had a little bit of work done even then when she first came on, but she was still pretty. As time went on, Sierra looked like a damn mannequin. She looked like Plastic Penny right about now. I don't know what's going on, but I don't need Ashley to fall into that because that's gonna piss me off, and I ain't gonna like that. Okay. Um, so Scrappy asked Jock if he told Kirk what Mendeecees said. And then Jock said he really wasn't trying to tell him what Mendeecees said. So Kirk and Rashida come in. Jock and Scrappy informs Kirk and Rashida of what Mendeecees said. And also they told Kirk and Rashida that Mendeecees said that you talking about my dick, but you need to be worried about your wife because she probably want my dick too. So now Rashida decides that she wants to drag Mendeecees and all that other stuff and start going in on him and saying that that ain't what it is and that's not what she would ever be with and he would never have a chance with her. Girl, Kirk shouldn't have a chance with you because Kirk and Mendeecees is the same type of nigga. So what do you mean? He's the same type of nigga. So don't be sitting up here trying to dog nobody else's man out when your husband ain't shit either. And Kirk ain't been shit for a mighty long time, even though you try to put this nigga on a motherfucking pedestal all the time. Now let's be for real now, because that nigga ain't really been shit for a minute now. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. You feel what I'm saying? So no, ain't nobody got time for that bullshit. Ain't nobody got time for that bullshit. But yeah. But yeah, even though what Mendeecees had said was, completely foul and fucked up to say about somebody else's wife, but I don't give a fuck. Where we at? So then she says that Yandy and Mendeecees are lying, scheming manipulators, and Kirk says that he's cool if they never talk again in life. Okay, so then I'm looking at them like, but Rashida, you're manipulator too. You gaslight people and all that other shit. You know what I mean? Like, girl, you and your husband is a manipulator too, and he manipulates you. He's a schemer because he schemed on you, and he's a liar because he lied to you about fucking another bitch and getting her pregnant. Okay, so you might not need to use those 3 words because all of those words, kind of explains who your husband is. So you might need to calm down on trying to talk about somebody else's husband. I mean, I'm just being for real, but who am I? Let's see. Mendeecees and Yandy walk in and says that Kirk and Rashida are weirdos. Yandy says that before moving to Atlanta, her New York friends warned her about Kirk and Rashida and how grimy they really were. Rashida says that she hates them motherfuckers, talking about Yandy and Mendeecees, and then she asks to leave and storm out. Here's my thing. The 4 of you motherfuckers is in the same room and y'all not addressing each other. But y'all talk so much bullshit in these scenes outside of each other. So when y'all gonna have the balls to address each other? Kirk, when are you gonna address Mendeecees? Rashida, when are you gonna address Yandy? Yandy, when are you gonna address Georgia Prune? Mendeecees, when are you gonna address Adam's apple? When are y'all gonna get the balls and the time to really address each other? Because all this shit y'all been saying about each other off, in y'all, separate scenes. Now y'all in the same building and now y'all ain't got nothing to say. Y'all should address, Kirk really should have addressed Mendeecees right then after Jock and Scrappy told them what was being said. But they ain't gonna do that because they're lame as fuck and they're weak as hell. Because Rashida, if that was K Michelle on this show, you would have been trying to get your camera time and trying to pop up. That's what you would have did, because that's the only. But I feel like K Michelle is the only person that could really get Rashida out of her bag. That's why when K Michelle came back to the show the last time, they didn't want to film with her, because she knows how to get them out their bag. So it's crazy to me. And the fact that Rashida says she hates Yandy and Mendeecees, that is wow. Why you hate them? Is the beef that serious? Because you were making remarks about their marriage in interviews. So if anybody needs to hate somebody, they should be hating you. You were supposed to be their damn friend, and you sitting up here talking crazy, talking real greasy about their marriage. So I'm trying to understand why the fuck you say you hate them so damn much. But you weak though, because you ain't gonna say nothing to Yandy. And Yandy weak too, because she ain't gonna say nothing to you. So it's funny that y'all are 2 sides of the same coins, and so are your niggas. That's what really killed me. So I'm just gonna, but Rashida really be talking big shit all the time, and she ain't gonna do nothing. So I'm really gonna need for you to hold that same energy when you see these motherfuckers in person, okay? Because my thing is this: y'all had one fallout, and now y'all already going for blood already. And then Rashida talking about the fake shit, this, the fake shit, that. Girl, you are fake. You are fake personified already. Like, you've been showing us how fake you are anyway. You shown the fakeness the moment you said her in K Michelle's face and told her that she was lying about being abused. You've been fake. You was fake when you turned on Kalina. You were fake when you turned on Carly. You've been fake. Everybody been talking about how fake you are. So, girl, get the fuck on up out of here. Like, all this shit talking, oh, I hate them motherfuckers. I hate them motherfuckers. I hate them. Girl, please. Like, get the fuck out of here. So it's crazy to me. But anyway, where we at? So Yandy, no. Zane performs, no one cares. And then Kendra says that Yandy needs to get a lawyer, but then Yandy says she has tons of lawyers. Then Ashley comes over and asks and says that Yandy is the topic of discussion, and she asks Yandy about the voice memo. Yandy says that the voice memos were definitely Mendeecees, but the Tasha KT was not true. And Ashley says that she isn't sure of what to believe. And to be honest, ain't nobody really sure of what to believe, to be quite honest, because of the fact that you're always lying about something. You're always lying about some shit all the time. So that's the thing that I got about it. So it is what it is. Where we at now? So Jock and Scrappy mentions the blog stuff to Mendeecees. And then Yandy explains to Kendra and Ashley what Mendeecees said about the allegations. He really don't care about the allegations. Ashley asks if Mendeecees have an open relationship, and Yandy vehemently denies that they have an open relationship, but she said there's other people in this group that's around us that do have open relationships. And I really believe that she was throwing this shade at Kirk and George Prum, because who else got an open relationship? Jock and Scrappy talked to Mendeecees about Kirk and Rashida, and Mendeecees don't give a fuck about Kirk and Rashida, and he act like he want to fight. And if you want to fight, please fight them. Erica Banks, she introduces Dro to her uncle, and then Dro asks Erica's father for his permission to marry Erica, and he's down with it. He's okay with Dro marrying Erica. And he says that, he hasn't always been with this type of stuff, but he always asks God for the protection and direction for the kids. So he's fine with Erica and Dro getting married. Erica Banks performs, and all the girls hang out afterwards. So then we get into Kirk and Rashida. Now, Rashida says that, first of all, I'm still pissed off about what Mendeecees said in regards to saying that he can have me. Because, number one, I don't do little dicks. That's true. Okay. And then she says that while you out here at the strip club doing whatever you doing, what your wife doing besides hopping on other dicks? I just feel like Rashida is just happy that her relationship is not the topic of discussion right now. It feels like she gets a whole lot of glee in this turmoil that Yandy and Mendeecees are going through. Because she flipped real fast on Yandy once this started happening. She really didn't have Yandy's back in the situation. She didn't show an ounce of concern for Yandy at all. She was very glee about this whole thing, gleeful about it, like happy. Like she's coming across like she's happy that this woman is dealing with this infidelity stuff. Like, to me, she's happy about it. Oh, now I'm not the only bitch on this show dealing with this shit. That's how it's coming across to me. Cause like she's way too eager to talk about this woman's stuff, but let anybody talk about the shit that Kirk had did to you, your ass would not be here for that. You wouldn't even like that. So I don't even understand why you're so gleeful about it. And yeah, we on a reality show and we got to talk about it, but it's just the way she's talking about it, like she's very much so happy about it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's real crazy to me. Like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, but it is what it is. But where we at? So Kirk says that he want Yandy and Mendeecees to go back to New York. So basically, you want Yandy and Mendeecees off Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and you feel like Yandy and Mendeecees were coming for your spot. Rashida says that they talk shit, but when everybody's in the same room, it's crickets. Yeah, because it was crickets for your ass too. It was crickets for your ass too. Because since you're talking about everybody talk big shit, but when we be in the same room, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody be on the same shit. But girl, you was in the same room with these same two motherfuckers you talking about, and you had nothing to say when you was in a room with them. Try it out. When I say try it out, try to pretty much talk about your own shit. Try it out. Try to, focus on your own self and focus on the fact that your ass be on the same shit. Let's talk about that. You on the same damn turf. You saw them too, just like they saw you. So why you ain't say nothing? It was crickets for your ass too. And guess what? You're the motherfucker that got out of that went the hell out of Dodge. You're the one who ran out. because you hate them so much and you couldn't be in the same room with them. You the one who ran off and left. They didn't leave, they stayed. So yeah, this whole crickets talk, shut the fuck up. Then she said that Yandy's friend tried to get in contact with her and all that other shit. Girl, I'm pretty sure that you was living for him trying to get in contact with you. And the only reason why you didn't get into it because you want to protect your image. Girl, shut up. Then we go ahead and get into Sierra and Zay, right? So Sierra lost the baby after being pregnant for 2 months. And she's having a hard time with it. You know, she feels like every time she gets pregnant and tries to, you know, take care of, tries to, you know, carry a baby and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It always tends to be a thing where she loses it. So my thing is, I feel like this. I never experienced miscarriages because A, I don't want any kids, and B, I'm not a woman, so I'll never know what that's like. But I felt bad for Sierra, although I could not take my eyes off them red roll sausage lips of hers. But although I couldn't take my eyes off of that, I felt bad for her. I don't really think anybody deserves to go through that kind of pain. I just don't. You know, that was kind of fucked up to go through something like that, honestly. So yeah, my prayers go out to Sierra and Zay, and I love the fact that Zay was there for her and, you know, holding her down throughout all of that stuff. You really need a man like that that's gonna hold you down. So my prayers and everything goes out to Sierra and Zay. No matter how much I drag Sierra, I never want nobody to go through no stuff like that. But however, before we get up out of here, let me let you guys know that my book, That's Why You're Lonely, will be dropping on September the 23rd, and it will be available on Kindle Books and Amazon. And the book reads, Lights, Camera, Chaos. They look like best friends, but behind designer shades and brunch reservations lie secrets that could ruin everything. From viral scandals to backstabbing besties, the women of That's Why You're Lonely are given full-on reality TV drama, off camera and uncensored. Penned by Scotty Heath of Scotty by Nature TV, one of the YouTube's most unfiltered reality TV reviewers, this explosive novel blends 15 years of hot takes, headline-worthy mess into a jaw-dropping tale. When fame fades and secrets surface, loyalty means nothing and receipts mean everything. Think Love and Hip Hop meets Zayn with the twist of Basketball Wives. These ladies have money, enemies, and unfinished business. And in a city where clout is currency, nobody's safe. Welcome to Atlanta. Welcome to The Real Show. With that being said, you guys, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe to my channel, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out of here, and I will see you guys on the next one.
Cause I know what I want. I guess I could pray to the man up above. Start a new path with unconditional love. I can build a new life out of this mess. Moving on to a place free from the stress. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. All of my life, and you know it hit the worst when it starts with the night. I'm the type of nigga shit that can speak for itself. See, I'm a bad little nigga with his heart as well. Say it best from the heart, so it beating is felt. Just a sense to see you smile, so my body can melt. With the cause is dealt, nigga, I was just wishing. Can I be the only bad bitch that you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hitting like?